Good evening, wherever you are, whoever you are. Well, today we're going to change the dynamics on stuff, and we're going to talk a little bit about what I do for a hobby. So, my first video I talked about possibly talking about paranormal. Well, today that's what we're going to talk about. I'm having a bit of an issue. I wanted to download some of our last investigation on my computer, which well, first off, let me tell you something. I am horrible with electronics. I go through electronics like I go through socks, and I'm not even joking. I have several people that can attest to that, witness to that, and they will swear to that. I have gone through more computers, more tablets, more phones than anybody in the world that I've ever known. And I'm dead serious. So, I was going to use some of my, one of my tablets to download some of my memory cards to go through some evidence and possibly put some videos out on my other YouTube channel that our team and I share. Now, we're only a two-man team, so it's pretty easy. You know, we travel the country, we do a lot of stuff. You know, it's not every day that we do it. You know, we have to work, we have to make money, you know, we have to afford these things. But anyway, as you know from my second video, I started a new job. I got into one truck. It didn't work out. It broke down. I had to drive down, get another truck, switch everything out. Well, guess what? I forgot some things in that truck. I forgot a 1 terabyte thumb drive. I forgot a tablet. Well, things are on hold now, and I want to see what's going on, because when we do an investigation, we use 2 different body cams. We use one in the front, one in the back. And it's kind of crazy because the one in the back was actually a joke at one point. You know, we were just joking around about putting one on our back. Well, my buddy, Chris, he like took it to extreme. He's like, I'm gonna buy one for the front, one for the back, one for both sides of my butt. And he did. He actually did. You know, I bought one for my front, one for my back. Let me tell you what, they're not cheap. They are not cheap. Plus, we got magnets, just like the police have, where one goes on the inside, one goes on the outside. You attach the camera, it's not going to move. It's not going to fall off. Those magnets are super strong. So we use that. I mean, we invested a lot of money in our equipment. Well, what I was saying was I forgot some things in my truck. So now when I'm in Maine now. I'm heading to Ohio on Monday. So I'll probably be in Wisconsin by Thursday, I'm guessing. So I got to stop by where my truck was dropped off to pull that stuff out. And I would just use the tablet that I use my SLS on. But I have not had a lot of success with my SLS tablets. And like I say, I'm horrible with electronics, and I'm not even joking. We've been using SLS now. Watching any ghost shows, you know what I'm talking about. For about 4 years, maybe 5, roughly 4 or 5. And I've gone through, I'm not even joking, probably 6 to 8 tablets already. And tablets aren't cheap. I refuse to buy a Microsoft tablet for it, just because I'm not going to pay anywhere from $600 to $1,200 for one. No, it has to be a Windows tablet to use the software. but I'm not going to spend, you know, like I say, that much money on it because it's blank. All I do is install the software and run it, and I don't use it for anything else. That's it. But I'm not going to pay that much money for a tablet that I'm not going to use. And I've been burned I've been burned several times by buying stuff. As a matter of fact, the last computer I bought, I got refurbished off eBay. You know, it was everything I wanted. 1 terabyte hard drive, had everything I wanted. Got it. Boom. I was so happy. And then I went to hook it up, and nothing worked. Well, I requested a refund. The company called me, said, hey, let us access your computer. We'll fix everything. They fixed everything. Well, about 2 weeks later, nothing worked again. And at that point, the warranty expired. So there I sit. You know, it was probably close to a $1,200 computer that I got for $300. $300 I wish I had now, but, you know, whatever. It is what it is. At the time, I didn't need money. It was, you know, it was expendable income at that point. So soon I'll be back in the saddle again and things will work out, but you know, it is what it is. So, and I know a lot of people think it is what it is like somebody who doesn't give a care about anything, but I do care. But there's nothing I can do to change it right now. I made my bed, I got a lie in it, and now I'm digging myself out of a hole. And it's going to happen sooner than later, very soon, as a matter of fact, probably by next week, maybe 2 weeks at tops. I'll be in good shape. But anyway, so what I was getting at is I was going to do paranormal review. I was going to go through my, we also use trail cams. We got away from the cameras, you know, you put your IR camera in different rooms. You know what? I'm done looking at 15 hours of video, you know, 24 hours of video. I'm done. It's like you can only do it in so many segments. I put trail cams out, and guess what? I can go through it all. Even if I have it on video, I can go through it all in 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes tops. I can at least scan through it. And if I see something, I can expand on it, look at it, and it's awesome. Body cams even are not bad because they're segmented in 15-minute segments where I can look at each one, and if I don't want to spend all day, I can at least look at one 15-minute segment, maybe two, and deal with it. And if anything's out of perspective, or I see something, I can clip it out and send it to wherever, my buddy or YouTube or whatever I need to do, and boom, there it is. Well, I haven't had the luxury lately because, well, you know, some people have a green thumb for flowers and plants, and some people don't. Well, that's how I am with electronics. I do not have an electronic thumb. As a matter of fact, if you want to give me electronics, I will break them for you, or you know, somewhere or another it'll quit working when it gets around me. So, you know, just a heads up on that. So anyway, what's going on otherwise? Right now I am sitting at a truck stop. I was starving earlier. I grabbed 2 pieces of pizza. I was still hungry afterwards. I grabbed 2 more. I'm really bloated now. I blew up like a balloon after all that sodium. But, you know, every once in a while you have to splurge. I hadn't eaten at least I shouldn't say I hadn't eaten. I've eaten, but it's been very slim things soups and salads, and I just wanted to splurge tonight. So That's what I did. Uh, I'm just trying to think. We had some things going on. Well, I was going to talk about Cabin on 360. Chris and I went to Virginia, and this is what I'm talking about with electronics. We flew to Virginia from Wisconsin. Flew in. We had a delay in Chicago or whatever, maybe it was St. Louis. I can't remember. We ended up landing, rented a car, got to Richmond, Virginia. It wasn't actually Richmond, but it was close to. Well, the TSA went through my bags because obviously, we packed nothing but electronics. And I had most of the batteries out. Batteries were probably in my carry-on or whatever. But they still checked it. Well, guess what? They didn't latch it shut. So, they didn't latch it shut. All my cords disappeared. Well, let me tell you what. Some of the stuff that I have is very older technology, I guess. I wouldn't say older technology, but it uses things that are not available anywhere. So we spent the better part of the first day we were there traveling around the whole area trying to find the cords we needed. And you know what? The people in Richmond fucking rock. And the reason I'm saying that is most of the people there, after we told them the situation, gave us the stuff for free. If they didn't have it, like I went to GameStop. The GameStop I went to, they didn't have it. They told me the GameStop that did, we drove there, they gave it to us for free. Now, I don't know about you, but I come from a big city in Milwaukee. Man, granted, it's not Chicago, it's not Los Angeles, whatever. Let me tell you what, nothing comes for free. Ever. So I was so ecstatic. It was crazy. I was totally expecting to pay. And I did not have to. And the stuff was outdated. The charging cords and stuff. They knew exactly what I needed, where I needed. Boom, 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 and done. And it was crazy. Because, when you're dealing with what we deal with and using technology that we I mean, some of the technologies are up and out, but think about it. You're using a Panasonic DR60, which came out in the 90s, okay? Battery operated. It has digital files-ish, but it's not like what you think now. I mean, basically back in the 90s, you get for 20 or 30 bucks. Guess what? Good luck trying to find one that are $3,000 right now. But you know what? It gets the job done. I've never seen better results from anything, and I've paid money for a lot of different equipment. Let me tell you, Panasonic DR60, hands down the best. Now, my buddy has the Panasonic DR60. I have the SLS. Together we work it together. We've also incorporated dowsing rods, which, take it or leave it. I believe they work. I've never, it blew my mind. I never worked them up until I started doing haunted tours. When I started doing haunted tours, they said, we have these dowsing rods you might want to use. I had no clue how to use them. Like, well, this is how I use them. Well, it just so happened that we had well, on one of my tours, I actually had electrician with me. He's like, yeah, we use dowsing rods all the time. They pick up energy. I'm like, oh, all right. Well, let me point away from the energy, and I did, and they worked. And the dude was like, well, I'm really skeptical. He grabbed them, started using them, and he's like, there's no power sources here, and I don't understand it, but there's an energy to these. And then he showed me how they actually worked. He went to a power source and used them, and they pointed at a power source, which was freaking cool because I didn't know they actually worked. To tell you the truth, I didn't even know people still used them. So it was cool as shit. Anyway, that's what I wanted to get at. Now, also with Cabin on 360, we were there. Supposedly it's demonically haunted. Whether it is or not, I don't know. But what I can tell you is this. There is a daughter and stepbrother that lived there. Stepbrother was significantly older. Dad lived there. I think the mom either passed away or they got divorced. I can't remember. Well, anyway, the brother, and forgive me for saying this, the brother was molesting the stepsister. Whether it was ongoing or one time, I don't know. But the house was under construction, okay? And for whatever reason, the stepbrother killed his stepsister. And there was this freezer, refrigerator, I don't know what it is, but it was in the backyard. He shoved the body in the backyard. Well, a couple days later, construction workers found the body. You know, cops were called. Brother was arrested. It just so happened that the time we were there, and I'm not even joking, the time we were there, 1 month later, that guy was getting out of prison because he did his 20-year sentence. And he was in the vicinity of the state, so granted, the family doesn't own it anymore. Somebody else owns it, you know, but just crazy stuff, man. Just crazy. I don't know if he's out now or not, but I never followed up with it. But, you know, I seen a newspaper article about it, so it was kind of, it was weird. Not only did I see a newspaper article, but the person that runs the manager of the state, we were talking about it, and it was weird. So anyway, I've ranted on long enough, and I think it's time that I let you guys go. So this is my paranormal spiel. If you want more paranormal, let me know, because I got 1,000 stories. Otherwise, we can talk about real life. We can talk about whatever you want. You know, just let me know. I don't care. I will talk about anything. So, anyway, peace!